Hey guys, how you doing? Just gonna do a water change, and you guys can chat amongst yourselves. So I will not see the screen. If you have any questions, obviously, because I'm gonna be in front of the tank. So I may do this every weekend. I'll let you guys know if I do it or not. But I'm gonna do a water change, stir up the sand, siphon the sand, do a 10-gallon water change in the 125-gallon saltwater aquarium. And it's a really good way for you guys to talk amongst yourselves and ask any questions, hang out with each other. This is Steve. Thanks for tuning in. How you guys doing? And so here we go. Just kind of hang out and talk with each other. For those of you watching this on the YouTube channel video upload, don't forget to check out in the video description the link. Hey, thanks, man. Got a couple people chatting now, jumping in. Don't forget to check out the link in the video description on how to join the Facebook group. It's free, it's cool. You can post pictures and ask questions, and other people will chime in and answer them. It's like a really cool forum without the headache of idiots. A lot of forums contain idiots, especially in the saltwater aquarium hobby. I don't know why. I've been a guitar player for years, and even though there's a lot of posers out there in the music world, never in my life have I seen worse forums than in the saltwater aquarium trade. Photography forums, I'm a photographer, you guys know that. Video forums, music forums, nothing is worse than saltwater aquarium forums. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to start this water change, and again, for those of you who are new to the channel, thanks for subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a like or a dislike. I don't really care. But thanks for watching. And those of you watching this on YouTube may be a little bored by just watching a guy change water, but I'll be talking through it. It's a 10-gallon water change. These live streams are mainly meant for the people on my channel, the subscribers, so they can chat with each other as I do this water change. All right, guys, so let me get stuff and we'll get ready. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some towels on the floor because, you know, you don't want your floor to get wet. Even though, you know, I'm pretty good at doing the water changes, there's always that time where it gets wet. And I don't feel like listening to her complain, if you know what I'm saying. So with that, let's get started. First, I will siphon out 10 gallons of water from the sand, removing detritus, which is fish waste and food. And then after that, I'm going to stir the sand bed up, which is only about a half an inch to an inch deep. Then I'm going to clean the back of the glass, which I do every couple weeks because it's got some green algae on it. And what's up, Ed? What's up, dude? Good luck shutting the channel down, Ed. I know it's been killing ya. Every time Ed shows up, the channel just fails. Anyway, so what was I going to tell you guys? Oh yeah, so I think I'm going to get a blue tang, and I'm going to quarantine them for 6 weeks. I said in the previous video, I called around to some local reef stores. The price on the blue tangs or the regal tangs goes anywhere from like, you know, $49 to $59, average to $69. As you guys know, blue tang is the dory fish, and for those who don't know. But anyway, I called this store that I didn't know was in my area yesterday. It turns out they're affiliated with Petland, which I'm not going to buy a fish from there. And anyway, the young kid was like, yeah, we've got those now for $169. $169? Are you out of your mind? I didn't say that, but I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. Click. So let me get started on this. Uh-oh. I'm going to put this towel down in front of the tank here, just in case. Alright. And of course it's gone. All right, guys, how you doing? I know I gonna do this water change. It's an idea I had to do the live stream. Maybe it's a little boring to some, but it gives you guys a chance to chat with each other. Whatever. Let me know if you think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. Why not? Might as well stream it if I'm doing it, right? People don't want to watch, they don't want to watch. So I'm gonna start. What's up, Pete? I'm gonna start cleaning this tank now. And gonna start with siphoning the vacuum. I meant siphoning the sand bed. Get all the nasty fish waste and food out of there. I'm gonna siphon into a 10-gallon. How you all doing? This is step one. This is gonna be maybe a 20-minute cleaning. Hey Phil, enjoy each other, chat while I'm cleaning. So, killing two birds with one stone, I'm removing 10 gallons of water to do a water change, and at the same time, I get to siphon the sand bed. I saw that my shrimp molted this morning, that's cool. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn off my return pumps, which I always do. And my protein skimmer. Okay, now we're set. I've got switches on the outlet strip, which makes it really easy to turn the power off the things. When you do this, make sure you keep looking down at your 5-gallon jug or whatever you're bringing the water into, because man, it's overflowed on me a few times, and that's not cool. Sand bed doesn't look too dirty. After I vacuum this, I'm gonna stir it up. The last few times I vacuumed the sand bed, the fowlery tang, he patrols the area. He stays by the siphon. He wants to know what's up. And sometimes he pecks at it. See, he's going at it right now. Yeah, dude, I know. Has to be done. Alright, so that 5-gallon jug's pretty much close to overflowing. Empty that outside. Alright, I'll be right back, you guys. So I realize these videos may not be the most exciting, but you know what? It's just an excuse for you guys to hang out with each other and chat with each other and get to learn about each other and, you know, watch me, you know, do the tank, how I do things. Again, not the most exciting, but whatever. I'm doing it, might as well stream it. Alright. 5-gallon number 2. See him? He's going at very gentle fish, the fowlery tang, but he's like, dude, what are you doing in my home? He doesn't really like the siphon in here. He never did that for the first 2 years. In the last few months he's been doing that. See him back up into it? The sand looks pretty clean. I removed a lot of the sand bed, leaving only like 1 inch at the most.
I need to go get my juice. Can I have it?
So I said the corners leave the most nastiness, because that's where fish tend to go to the bathroom. So I should have been focusing on the corners more, but whatever. This thing's almost filled. The fowler, oh, he's really going at it. Did you see? You guys see him? He wants that siphon. He's like, get out of my house. All right. That boy is usually not territorial, but he doesn't want anyone in there. The coral is not completely opened yet because I just turned the lights on about an hour ago. The star polyps, they're not really out yet. Alright, so I just got rid of the 10 gallons. I'm going to fill up 5 gallons and replace it now.
What is such a guy thing to say? You know, I honestly, any consolation to you, when I first got here, I hated it.
Be right back.
I have 3 green ones.
Pizza. Perfect. No, perfect. This was New York and that.
Okay, guys. I should take care of that. Usually I don't put jugs in from the top, but because we have the baby gate separating the house from German Shepherd puppy, I can't fit that large Rubbermaid container on wheels through the gate, so I just cart it over, which I can't stand. So anyway, now I'm gonna clean the glass with the mag float, which I've had a lot of glass cleaners. The mag float by far is the best. Very strong magnet, works really well. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully your tanks are thriving. Okay, I'll do the rest later. And now I'm going to show you what I do for the overflows. Yeah, I know, I don't want to waste your guys' time. I didn't get all of it. Alright, so I got this brush. Could use a toothbrush, but I just got this. And there's a lot of crud in here. So I'm just gonna go over it and get it all out. Looks like algae. I turned the return pumps back on. Make sure you clean your overflows like this because stuff gets caught in there and crapped up. And it will prevent the flow. Toothbrush is better because you can get in the finer areas. This brush is a little too wide. I'll do the other side later. Now what I like to do, I showed you guys this last week. I like to stir up the overflow. The stuff collects in there. I like using this because it's used for cleaning glass. It's got like a little blade on it, which is not sharp, it's dull. And it's perfect for stirring up the garbage in here. Spinning it. And then it'll get sucked up through the overflow. Can't see it, but it is rising up slowly and it'll get sucked up. And the mechanical filtration will take care of the rest. What I think I'm going to do, I said this a couple weeks ago, is put a little tiny, very low-powered power head in here, like the smallest I could find, maybe $8 or whatever, I don't know. So it's constantly churning the stuff, so it rises to the top all the time. I'm going to put it on the glass and have it just point to the other side, and that way it's constantly blowing the stuff around. That way I won't have to do this as much at all. But I would highly recommend you do clean your overflows like this because there's stuff that gets caked on, especially if you're carbon dosing. All this mulm, you see like this ghostly stuff that's floating around? There it goes, gets sucked up. It's mulm and I can't stand it. It's what you get from carbon dosing. I have to look into why that happens exactly, but it's the result of carbon dosing. Stuff gets stuck. I don't like it. It's like spiderweb snot. Good news is most of it stays in the overflow. Come on. Come on. If I had a very tiny power head constantly churning this stuff, it wouldn't stick here, so I'll be doing that sometime. I'll do the other overflow on the other side when I stop broadcasting. This is also really good to do to scrape off coralline algae so it gets into your tank and spreads to other areas. Look at that garbage coming off. I hate that stuff. It's the only downside to carbon dosing. Hate it. At least I knocked off a lot of it. There we go. Look at that nasty garbage. It's getting sucked up now. Leia, I'll get her. Leia, come. Baby. Hi, sweetie. Oh, look at this big baby. It's Leia. She wanted some camera time. All right, so now that I clean the overflows, what I'm going to do is take that same utensil and just rake through the sand bed. Mitch, what's up? You could also use a turkey baster to blow, and I'll do that next, blow off the rock of the fish waste. So I did my 10-gallon water change. I shut my return pumps off. That's done. I cleaned my overflows. Now I'm gonna just briefly till the sand bed, and then I'm gonna blow the rocks off with the turkey baster. I do this all 1 week. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes. A little longer since I'm talking to you guys. Look at this nasty crap from carbon dosing. Nasty. Just kind of loose, lightly going over the sand bed to churn it up a little bit, just to kind of remove any debris, stir it up a bit so the skimmer gets it, the mechanical filtration gets it. And then another thing I'm going to do is replace the foam in my mechanical filtration. I'm also evening out the sand bed by doing this. Those of you with a high sand bed, a deep sand bed of 3 inches, 4 inches or more, it's not recommended that you do this because if you disturb that sand, it releases all the bad stuff like nitrates and toxins and all that stuff that's in deep within the sand bed, and it will hurt your fish. But since my sand is only 1 inch deep at the most, it's not going to do anything. I don't like deep sand beds for that reason. If people accidentally stir things up, it could cause tank to go into shock, and all kinds of bad things will happen, especially to your coral. A lot of dirt on the left side here. Leia, you're fine, baby. Alright, now the last thing I'm going to do is just take the turkey baster. I'm going to just blow off the rock of all the uneaten food and fish garbage. So it gets in the water column. You can't really see it, but I'm blowing off a lot of the fish waste and uneaten food from the rock. You want to get rid of that so it gets in the water column and hopefully gets filtered out by your filtration system. You don't want this stuff staying on the rock and breaking down and rotting, contributing to the nitrates. I know this video is not the most exciting, but I figured since I'm doing a water change, you guys can watch, hang out, chat with each other if you want. Get in the crevices, blow that stuff out. I'm getting a lot of dirty garbage blowing out from between the rocks right now. Plus, if you got coralline algae like me, you want to keep the rocks as clean as possible so that coralline algae has got a place to mount or stick. Same goes for any coral like star polyps, so they can spread on the rock easily. Just make everything as clean as possible. The tank doesn't look that good now because I'm blowing off all this garbage, but it will in about an hour. I'm blowing through parts of the sand bed and there's a lot of dirt coming up. It looks like a bunch of smoke. That's because the sand bed's dirty. A lot of fish waste in there. I know they swim through here a lot, and that's where they tend to go to the bathroom. So hopefully your guys' tanks are doing well. I see a lot of you guys joined the Facebook forum. That's free. You can post pictures of your aquariums and ask questions. Check out the video description below. It's really cool. Make sure you blow around your corals and even lightly. Leia! Make sure you blow off your corals lightly. Hold it back a bit and just blow them off. You don't want any fish waste sitting on those corals. They don't appreciate it. And I'll leave my mechanical filtration, the foam, in my sump for the next couple hours. Then I'll change it out, because I want that foam to capture this stuff that's floating around, and then I'll change it out with new media. I don't want to start clogging the new media with the stuff that I'm doing right now. Make sense? I see the remains of my fire shrimp exoskeleton. He molted. That's good. A lot of fish crap on the rock over here. They hang out in the corner, especially around this rock. You guys are messy. Messy pigs. Tang pigs. Pig tangs. That's what we should call you guys. Pig tangs. Alright. I know that looks like a mess. It looks really bad from where I'm sitting. So, the few minutes that I will stay online. Hey Doc, what's up? I'll just chat with you guys if you want for a few minutes. Sorry, it was kind of boring. How are you guys doing? The tank is clean, although it doesn't look clean. Because I just did a 10-gallon water change. Hey Pete, what's up? You know what, Pete? I don't think you were here in the beginning of the video. By the way, for those of you watching this on YouTube, this may be boring to you, but these are live streams, and subscribers join and watch the live stream, obviously, and chat with each other, which is the main reason I do this. So anyway, I called around for blue tangs, and I was thinking about getting one yesterday to start the quarantine, and no, I didn't get it. Because the store that I usually go to, they only had the tiny baby ones, the really small guys. He said it's about 1.5 inches long. I'm thinking about that. I had a baby before, and it was so young it didn't make it after a few weeks. And then this other place I called, which is affiliated with Petland, which I will never buy from them. They wanted $169 for the blue tang. They're out of their damn minds. It's Petland, you know. All they're into is making money. I used to work for them when I was 16 years old. That was years and years ago. And it's true. All they care about is the damn money. So I hated that job for that reason. They didn't care what home the fish went to, or the dogs or cats. They just wanted to sell. Anyway, it was just not good. So I didn't get it. Good, Doc. I'm glad you're well. Doctor of Welsh Magic, everybody. So hopefully your tanks are doing well. My tank is doing really good. It looks pretty nice on the screen, but it's kind of filthy because I just stirred up the sand bed and blew all the rock off with a turkey baster to get the fish waste and food off of it. It'll clear up in about an hour. I'm going to turn up my MP40 power head right now. I keep it at 30% power. I'm going to turn it up to 50 right now just to make sure the stuff gets blown off. There we go. I have a second MP40 that broke, and I have to send it in for an RMA for repair. Haven't gotten around to it yet. I don't know if I want 2 of them. One is really good, but since I did spend the big money on it, I'll probably next year when I get the cash. Nice. What 2 fish did you get, Doc? Probably when I get my tax return next year, because they want like $100, $150 to repair that MP40, the Vortec. Look at those fish. They always school nice together. Always hanging out, always chilling. Like I said yesterday, this is as aggressive as they get. Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to say anything. Keep it a secret. Mandy, that's a good idea. Hammer and frog spawn only. Hammer coral, I don't know, I can never keep damn hammer coral in this tank. Star polyps and my Duncan coral always are good. My frog spawn, let me show you guys that. It's doing really good. Of course, it's still waking up. Frog spawn. And part of the frog spawn that broke off. These dudes want to eat, so I'll give them some seaweed. Like I said, I like to hand feed the tangs. It's more personal that way, and they like it. This is Rod's food. I always use Rod's food only. Rod's food seaweed. Here they come. These crazy guys. When they pull on this stuff, man, they're strong. Kind of reminds me of like what a piranha would be like, except 100 times more fierce with vampire fangs. These guys are fierce. They love their nori. Food, period. They're like pigs. So I just finished the water change. Now I'm hand feeding the tangs with Rod's food nori. There you go. Fox face, this guy right here, he doesn't get a chance to eat because the other tangs go. Did you see he put his spikes up? I keep forgetting that his spikes are venomous because I love him. He's so laid back. But he is poisonous. So you don't want your fingers to touch those spikes. I keep forgetting that. Accidents can happen. He doesn't mean to do it, but it could happen. Are you guys done? You don't want any more? Well, you gotta eat it. I got it wet. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, you guys. Oh, don't tell me you're done. I'm not gonna waste this nori. No, don't touch. No. All right. I'll give you guys another minute to come up, and if you don't, I'm gonna break it apart. Then they'll go after it.
Can I try?
There you go, Fowlery Tang. Had that guy for 2.5 years now already. Really great fish. I love all my guys. Naso Tang right here, right there, the gray. His skin is like very like dry. He lets me touch him. His skin, he doesn't have much of a slime coat. I'm touching him right now. Not much of a slime coat, really nothing, like a blue tang. But the Fowlery Tang, the blue guy right here, you touch him, he's very slimy, like a yellow tang. So there's a lot of slime coat on the Fowlery here and the yellow, and not the Naso. If you've ever touched a blue tang, that's exactly what the Naso right here feels like. Sailfin Tang, the black and white stripe, he's got a semi slime coat to protect them. All right, you guys look like you're done. I'm gonna just tear this up. I'm not concerned about this going in the water column because they will eat it. There you guys go. There you go. And then I'll feed frozen Rod's food later for dinner for the clowns. You know, I'd love to get a larger tank. This is 125 gallon. The funds just aren't there. And to be honest, I really love this tank. It's a mess because I got done with the change. I love my 125 gallon. I'd love to get a larger one for the guys, but then unfortunately it would have to go in the basement. But I mean, they have enough swim space. Everyone's happy. Everything's cool. The only last thing I'm going to do is dose my daily... Oh, Pete, yeah, let me show you the light. So, let me get this off. My light, I used to have LEDs, but now I bought this off Amazon. Agro Bright. I want to say this was about $140. And then I got ATI bulbs from Bulk Reef Supply, 4 of them. 2 blues, a purple, and a white for the coral. Alright. Nice. That's a good skimmer. eShop skimmers are awesome. You guys can see I'm lazy. Remember, I got this light early summer. I still have the twist ties holding it. This is a little too high, so I think I'm gonna go back to Home Depot, and I'm gonna get like a 1 or 2 inch fitting so I can put this right there, so this thing isn't hanging up as high. This is unnecessary. So I'm using ATI lighting right now, and I'd love to leave this open, but the fish will jump out. So I'm using egg crate. Hey, Jeff from Brazil. Dude, isn't the technology awesome? I can talk to Jeff from Brazil live. Egg crate is good, but remember it's a diffuser, so I'm actually diffusing a lot of the light coming from my ATIs. So I got some mesh from Bulk Reef Supply, and I have to build that and put that on top. It's going to allow a lot more light in. I really like the look of no tops, but I can't trust these guys because the big tangs, they jump to the surface and they splash a lot. But everyone's doing really good. Oh yeah, I was going to dose the no pox. For my nitrates, I'm using Nopax for carbon dosing. Again, this is not a video on how to dose Nopax. I did that a few days ago. But per the directions, I'm going to put 15 milliliters, which is only that much, in my tank daily. And this really did help knock out the nitrates. I did a video yesterday. The bottle is a third gone after a week's use. Today is a week. And I went from almost 30 nitrates down to 10 in a week using this. So next week, I'm only going to dose 5 milliliters instead of the 15 daily. All right. I love that product. I love this. This really works. I've tried a few other things. This and sugar are the only things that get rid of the nitrates in my tank. And the reason my nitrates are so high with the water changes, with the sand bed stirring, with all the upkeep I do to it, with the cleaning and getting rid of the uneaten food and fish waste and the protein skimming and everything I do, the reason why my nitrates get high like 40, 30, average 40 is because of these tangs. Tangs go to the bathroom a lot, especially the bigger ones. It's a bigger waste and they go more often. If this was a tank filled with just clownfish and smaller fish, I would be so perfect. I probably would not do many water changes, probably a water change every few weeks. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too boring just watching me do a water change. Thanks for subscribing. Check out the videos. I think I might do this every couple months. I'm sorry. I think I might do it once or twice a month, so you guys can just check out how I do things. And I'll see you next time.
I'll see you next time. If you want to see more like this, click the like button. Like it.